Let's hear from Coach Mike Budenholzer now.
But Celtics scored 43 in the fourth quarter. Just kind of what did you see on the defensive end that they got so loose? I think it was 16 of 19.
Yeah, I mean, that's the quarter, obviously, goes without saying. We got to look at the film. A few things stand out. Fourth quarter, Horford was good. He was good the entire game. He made several, kind of big plays and big shots in the fourth quarter. And then Tatum had a few too, and Marcus Smart. So they made the plays. They got to the paint and finished. They got to the paint, kicked, and made threes. So we got to do a better job of, individually guarding them, as a team guarding them. But, credit to them, and we got to be better.
You've given a lot of attention to Tatum and then protecting the rim. That's given Horford some open looks. Is that a consideration to change things around a little bit and give him more attention, or kind of how do you try to think about that going forward?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely those two are, the NBA is a lot about a two-man game, and those guys are in a good place. Horford's shooting it at a, high level. So we got to look at it. We're constantly, discussing and considering and trying to throw different looks. It's the playoffs. That's how it is. It's 2-2. We're going back. It's exciting. It's the way it's supposed to be, and it's going to be a great series. And, we're looking forward to Game 5 going on the road. And, we've been there before, and we got to be our best.
Drew's 5 of 22 tonight. What do you think of the looks that he's been getting, and how do you maybe make things easier for him?
Like I often say with those questions, there's a little bit of both. And I think, if we as a team and he as an individual make our clean looks at a better rate, and then, you got to make some tough baskets, and he's a guy that can make a tough basket and get a tough basket. He just had they play good defensively. They're, individually they're good. As a team, they're good. So give Boston credit, and he's just got to keep fighting, and he'll find himself.
What did you see or maybe didn't see with Bobby, with the 15 minutes tonight? What was it, more of what Boston was doing on the perimeter? Or it looked like he passed up some open shots early, so I don't know if he was feeling right at all, or what did you see with Bobby tonight?
No, I thought, overall, certainly pretty low for him on a minute. They ended up playing a lot of small ball without Robert Williams tonight. And, at times, but certainly in the fourth quarter, they basically had the four smalls with Horford. And, we went with Connaughton and Grayson and George and Wes and, obviously Drew and those guys. And then we also played Giannis and Brooke and tried to go inside some with Brooke and had some success there. So it's just a little bit, they were different tonight and they played a lot smaller tonight. But, Bobby was good in his minutes, and, we know he's somebody that can give us a lot.
I know after last game you had said you wanted to be better at defending without fouling. At least on the stat sheet that was improved. But with Wesley, was it some of the timing of his fouls where, especially early in some quarters where he had to kind of come out right away? How did that maybe help or affect, Jason Tatum being able to get in a rhythm a little bit, since Wes kind of, a couple instances, he just in and out right away and had to sit for a stretch?
No, I think, Tatum certainly had 30, so give him credit. But, whether it was Wes guarding him or anybody guarding him, I thought overall Wes did a good job on him. Drew, George, all those guys. It's unfortunate when Wes gets some fouls. Some of the subs were actually planned to be the way they were, and then he got some foul trouble. And so, but I think collectively the effort on Tatum, while it can be better, Wes's fouls are not fouls and things like that, I don't see as being a major player in the game.
Looked like Giannis in the fourth quarter was just at times looked a little gassed. Just kind of what was your communication like with him as far as stamina? You tried to steal him that little break there at 3 minutes. So just kind of what was communication like there?
Yeah, no, he's good. He never wants to come out, but he will then, when he needs a break, especially this time of year, he'll just, he'll communicate with me, give me a nod. We've got to help him. We've got to get him his rest, and we got to play well around him. He's carrying a big load, but he'll be fine. And his communication with me, is very good. And sometimes he just needs a quick break.
Eric had mentioned Drew, but him and Giannis both are just taking just a lot of shots, a lot of your share of your shots these last 2 games. Are you sort of happy with the way the offense is, gone for them to sort of carry more of the load for you? Would you sort of, want it to be spread around a little bit more? How do you just view that?
No, I mean, I think, those are our guys right now. I think they're going to get a lot of shots. When we can find opportunities for others, we need to do that and maybe, create some of those looks for those other guys. And Drew and Giannis can, we can work to get them some better looks, but they're going to carry a load. I think we have all the confidence in the world that they can handle it.
You coached Al in Atlanta. Why do you think he's found kind of new life in his role this year with the Celtics?
Oh, I mean, Al's a great competitor. He's a great teammate. I think they've got a good thing going there right now. I think the respect for him and his game is at a high level from his teammates and from his coaches and from the organization. And, he's playing lights out basketball. So we got to find a way to make it harder on him and, just try and change the impact he's having on the game. But, he's a good player. He's